Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Real Talk with Joe and Cody to join you on your Thursday night, Thursday evenings. Isn't it the best to spend it with us?
It is. I like it.
We think so. We enjoy
Yeah,
hanging out with each other, so I hope everyone else does. How's it going, man?
doing pretty good. Can't
I
complain a
I
whole lot.
like your shirt.
Thank you. It's
It's
the sun's
very,
out,
you
you
know what we
know?
should do? Let's see if we can remember this next week. We should put on um our fanciest golf shirts or our funkiest golf shirts.
Oh,
I have some
yeah.
really good ones.
Do you?
So I feel like we should do it.
I feel like
We should
mine
go
are all
golfing, by the way.
we should go golfing. Yeah. Yeah.
I got the bug, even though I did terrible at Pinehurst. I got the bug to
Yeah.
golf. But
Isn't it funny? Because it's like you can play bad and want to play more golf, and you can play good and want to play more golf.
yeah,
It
it's like an
just
abusive relationship, really.
it,
It's like I should
it
leave it,
is.
but I don't. I feel like it. Feel like it's. I have to keep coming back. So,
Yeah. And then you play
um,
good one time and then you're chasing it for another year.
yep, yep.
It's
That's
it's
gonna be
great.
me. So
Yep.
we already talked about how I need new clubs. That's gonna make me a better golfer.
Yeah.
PGA, here I come.
Yeah, we had a great talk on that.
um, let's have a great talk on how you're going to get us the lowest rate because things are crazy still, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Um,
are.
how
They're
how do we get rates in the five? Like, what are we doing here?
um I think it's gonna take some calm,
Yeah,
just some nice, easy, smooth sailing. Um, which I don't know if that's happening quite yet, but
yeah,
we did see like so far this week we've seen an improvement. Last week was terrible. The previous 5 weeks were great.
yeah.
So we're getting back in line closer to where we were, but last week erased a lot. So um
And no one can predict. Yeah,
no,
yeah,
and the losses always seem to happen much quicker and more dramatic than the gains. The gains are like slow and steady, and the losses are just they're quick and out of nowhere, and there's not anything that can really predict what is going to cause it.
hmm,
So I think what we're going to see, my own opinion, is next year is when we're going to start to actually see the improvements. Um, and that could be a whole combination of things, but I also know that the current Fed chairman, his I think he's got 13 months left,
okay,
so that'll play a big part. Because it still seems to be a very steady, like let's just kind of hold and wait and see. Let's drop rates if we absolutely have to, but let's just
yeah,
keep riding it out. So I think until something else forces that, we might just be kind of staying in a little bit of a steady kind of where we're at. Maybe some drops here and there, but I don't know. At this point, I figured we maybe would have seen a little bit more improvement. And honestly, like 2 weeks ago, it felt like that we're here. We're finally
yeah,
starting
yeah.
to see some good significant movement down, but then it stalled out and we're kind of back to square one again with it. So it's so unpredictable, but
Yeah. It's
I,
like I might get like hate mail for this, but honestly, we could talk about how like we're having this imaginary go down. Like there's this
yeah,
imaginary number that we think it has to get down to before everything returns to normal. And I'm
right.
starting to get the hint that maybe this is the normal.
I
That
think it
like,
might be.
like a 6.5% rate is like the rate for now.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's long-term changes that happen as we saw in COVID and as we saw,
Hmm.
throughout 30, 40 years. But I don't know. Like I feel like we've said this, we could say this till we're blue in the face, but it's like if you can afford a place, the home prices are still appreciating at a reasonable rate if you buy the right property in the right area. If you can afford a house, this is the rate. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know, we talk about it, maybe I'm wrong. Like that we're
No,
we're,
I
we're
don't think
just
you
kind of
are.
still like sitting on the edge of our seats waiting for a 5.9% rate and it's like
Yeah.
it's just not in the cards.
We're
But
still a little, I saw something the other day. I can't remember who it was from, so I'm not going to give any credit to it or
give
any
it to yourself if it's good.
validation. It was just more or less a 3 year, probably just a guess, more or
Yeah.
less, on what the rates will be looking like. And it was like a 0.5% down each year, which I think is probably pretty realistic. Um, I think for the affordability piece, getting them down lower into the fives is huge. because right
For
now
sure.
that's just the big issue, is just maybe this is the norm. Maybe this is where we're at, and we kind of just hover around here a little bit lower than here. But I think
But
for
can't
the
you do that? Like, can't you ask a seller to help pay down the rate? Can you buy down the
yeah,
rate yourself?
yep,
Like, I think that those are sort of the options. This is me personally, that I think we need to start directing people to, versus like,
hmm,
hey, sit on the market for 8 more months while home
yeah,
prices do not decrease. At least they're
nope,
not now.
no,
Sit on the market for another 8 months and wait for that rate to get to the 5.9. It's like, it's not most likely going to happen, but you can find a home you like and say, seller, will you contribute to some of my closing costs, or will you contribute to a 2-1 buy down? Or um anyways, I'm getting on my high horse, but while
it's
I'm
the
on my high horse, I'm going to say to buyers, and your buyers too, Cody, is I think people are still afraid when a house comes on the market to ask for that, because they feel like, oh, it's got to be a hot house, it just came on the market, I can't ask for closing cost credit, I can't ask for that. My advice to my buyers is ask. All they can say is no. It's worth the ask, especially if you can do it, even if the house has been on the market for a day, 2 days, because you don't need to wait 21 days, 30 days before the house is on that long and then say, okay, now let's offer that. Like,
yeah,
let's be aggressive as buyers. Like, let's start being aggressive as buyers and ask for this stuff. Anyways, I'm off
yeah.
the
Well,
horse.
because you don't know, nobody knows the situation of the sellers. They could
For
want to
sure.
get out of there as quick as
For
possible,
sure.
and they're willing to drop $20,000, $30,000 just
For
to
sure.
get it gone and done with it. And
And you
yeah,
don't know unless you ask.
no,
And you sit there for a month and then it's gone pending.
right,
Yeah, it may not have mattered, but think about it. Like, you could have gotten into a house that you had a chance for. I just think a lot of people, a lot of buyers, and again, I'm on the hate mail train here. Maybe people not like me tonight, but like, I think buyers agents aren't doing their buyers a service by, like, if you like a house, I tell my buyers when they go into a house, it's been on the market one day. If you like the house, let's make an offer. And if it requires a lower asking price, if it requires a asking for closing cost credit, which ultimately lowers the price for the seller, whoop de
hmm,
do. Like, let
sure,
him counter back. Like, at least you're in the game. Like, or at
yeah,
least you're not in the game. I just
right.
think we're still in this mode of like, I don't want to make an offer until it's on the market for 45 days.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I
You
don't
know,
agree.
that's a good
But
life lesson too, not just with the housing side of it, but just everything.
yeah,
Like I think in general,
dating,
we all get
like,
too scared, myself included, where you're like, "Oh, I don't want to ask that question
yeah, for sure.
or reach out to that person or say that thing because maybe not the right timing." But you really don't know. And how many
You don't
times have
know.
you gone out on a limb and said, "All right, I'm just going to do it. I'm just
And
going to
that,
ask." And
for
it's
sure. And it
it's
paid
not
off.
yes, it pays off, and
Yep,
it's never nearly as bad as you're anticipating in your head. I think
for
we tend
sure.
to overthink things, and in this type of situation, yeah, the worst thing they say is no.
Yeah.
That's not even
That
close
it's
to
been
what
on
we're
the
looking
market
for.
for 4
Yeah,
days and we're not taking that offer. Great. Now at
perfect.
least you know. But
Yeah.
if you have that same mindset 30 days from now and someone swipes it up from under you, who
Hmm.
knows if they made that offer, the same
Sure.
exact offer.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyways,
and
buyers out there, get aggressive with your buying. Like, if you want to buy and you're able to buy, just start making offers. It doesn't hurt
yeah.
the agent. Don't let them tell you it takes it out of their way. The agent knows how to do this. They can do it. So, or work with me
Well,
if
and
you don't
there's
feel that.
yeah, there's also the scenario too. Say you ask for something a little bit less than what they're offering, and they say no, that's just not. We just can't do that right now. And then they don't get any other offers for a week. That little seed's planted, and they might say, "Hey, you
For
know
sure.
what?
Let's go
Those
back to
people
this
were
person.
interested. Yeah, yeah, it's less than
Yep.
what we wanted. I know that's probably how I'd be feeling from the emotional side of it as a seller. Like, not to say
For
they're all
sure.
going to feel that way, but like, okay, well, how much longer do we want to wait before we need to potentially drop the price? Maybe we go back to that person, see if they haven't found anything yet,
Yeah.
and see if we can negotiate something that's a little closer to in the middle.
Yeah. I've had multiple sellers in the past say that same thing, is like, we just want an offer. Like, give us an offer. We'll work with,
Sure.
maybe it is a no, but
Yeah.
because you kind of explained to them what I just explained, is buyers kind of, when they see it on the market for the first day or two, they're like, yeah, we need them to buy the rate down, but it's been on the
Yeah.
market a couple days, so we're just not going to make the offer. We're going to sit and wait
Uh
but we love
huh.
the house,
Wait
but
till
we're
they're
going to wait.
desperate. Yeah.
And it's like, it could work, but it's like, but sellers are like, why don't they just make an offer? Like, let us work with
Right.
them. But so it's like that. It's like it's like a dating game, you know,
It
getting two
is.
people to meet up, you know, like
Yeah.
just make the
Yeah.
effort.
Let's just try it out, okay?
Yes,
Let's have
try
a
it out,
dinner
dip your
and let's
toes
just
in and see what
yeah, let's
happens.
just see where it
But
goes. Oh man.
having said that, though, everything seems to be picking up. Like everything, like the spring is blooming. That's the
It
cheesiest
is.
thing I think I've ever said
You know what?
on this thing. So I'm sorry, but
That's okay, but it's true. I mean, how many trees are we seeing and how many
I don't want
flowers
to. We
flowers
can't
are we
keep going
seeing?
on it now. I already feel like an idiot. We just got to stop
I
talking about it.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate this time of year
Yeah,
because I like seeing the trees full.
yeah,
I hate seeing what looks like dead trees everywhere.
I know,
And to see them, it's like, oh, it brings such a nice, fun,
for
like
sure.
sun's out,
It's needed because
trees,
it's like
it's needed.
I think Oregon and Washington push us to our max of how much gray and rain and whatever you can take, and then they have this, and it's like,
Right.
okay, whew, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the same thing. And I keep looking at the weather. I'm like, okay, please stay this way for a little while longer.
Right.
Please stay this way.
Oh, it'd be so nice.
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna stay for a little bit. That's good.
Yeah. I'm excited because this year is like the first year that I'm really gonna put Eli to work. Like he's
Nice.
gonna be my little
farmhand.
handyman here.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's great.
So we've already agreed
Good
on
for him.
he's just gonna get a lump sum payment at the end of summer instead of because he wants to make money.
Yeah,
And we're like,
yeah.
all right, you know what? Instead of paying you for
Let's do
each
it.
little thing that you do because you're gonna balk at the price on everything, how about you just work hard all summer long and then we'll come up with a price.
Just
So-
not going on a tangent, but don't be like in Napoleon Dynamite. It was so funny when they worked on the chicken farm, and he pours out like just all this change. They do all this work. He pours out all this change. I picture you doing that. Like
I'm gonna start really low, and then when he's like, "Wait, what? That's it?" and then I can just
Yeah.
slowly add from
Yeah.
there, and then see at what
until
point
you see
he's
his
like,
face
"Oh,
turn
okay,
around. He's like, okay,
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
don't start too high. Like,
exactly."
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good talk. It took 12 minutes. That's a long time.
Look at that. Okay,
People are
yeah.
already done with us. They're normally done with us in the first minute.
Yeah, that's fine. We're
If
used to it.
anyone, I was going to make one final pitch. If anyone wants Cody and I to chat about anything in particular on these things, we've never really asked that, and we probably should maybe in
Yeah.
the beginning when people are still paying attention.
That's true.
If you want us to talk about anything particular, comment now or send Cody or I a message if you want to be more private and tell us what you want to hear about. We can talk about specific areas. We can look up different things, different topics. So if you want to know, just ask us. This is the time to do it. So
I think we should start with that. Let's start with that moving forward.
Yeah.
What is the
'cause
topic you want?
We have to gain the attention for longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Maybe
But-
we just start talking about something that's just like
we
completely
got to just
crazy.
go right into it. Like we have to
Yeah.
make a very controversial statement. Just something
Yes.
just really controversial.
Hook them.
I'm not going to
real
do
good.
it. You're going to do it.
I'll do it. And then as soon as I do it, I'll be like, no, put the words back in my mouth.
Exactly. Well, and if you want to have more of Cody and I, we're on Venture with Joe and Cody. We talk about various topics. We have guests on all the time. But yeah, we've been getting into just chatting with each other. So if you enjoy that, you can also comment on there and let Cody and I know what you want to chat about on our Venture podcast, which is a little bit longer form content than this, but you're getting the same two dudes doing the same two things. So.
Yep. Just pure beauty.
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, until next week, enjoy the weather and we will chat with you soon.
Okay. Sounds good, man. We'll see ya.
Okay.